trouble so hard. Ooh, Lord, my trouble so
So back in 2004, Howard Stern went on the air and he discussed what he thought was an anomaly at the Pentagon, and even said it didn't look like a plane hit the Pentagon. He thought it was a missile. And I had my friends call me up about this, say that he had talked about it on the air, but people got funny with him, and he just stopped talking about it. If you watch Loose Change 2nd Edition, we include the clip where Howard Stern talks about where he believes that Flight 93 was shot down. So I think that Stern really pulled back when he saw the amount of criticism he was getting just for questioning the attacks. I mean, he even goes into how Hani Hanyor could not have flown the plane into the Pentagon. He even posted what I think is probably the Pentagon. It's called, what is it? The Pentagon Strike. It was a short that was in the original Loose Change. If you got the DVD, it had the Pentagon Strike, this like 3.5-minute flash animation that was out there. And he had obviously seen it. And they posted it on howardstern.com. Completely disappeared from the archives. Had only heard it talked about. Had my friends say, no, this really does exist. This really does exist. And finally someone posted it in late April. And it was just sent to me or posted on my website. And so I posted it over at the Infowarrior.com. We're going to play it now. You decide.
Guy is masterful in this campaign.
Or we're just a country of real dummies.
Retards.
They're stupid. Like Gary the retard is smart compared to these people.
Not to mention the cover-up at the Pentagon, which no one's even talking about. I'm the only guy talking about it.
There's another guy.
You know what I'm talking about?
No, what are you talking about? Cover
All
up.
right, look, you know I'm a bright guy, right? Everyone here knows that. All right, look. Listen to me.
That goes without saying.
9/11. Remember 9/11? What happened? What did you see?
Well.
What did you see on 9/11? You saw 2 planes go into the World Trade Center, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm with you so far.
What else did you see that nobody ever talks about? We saw the Pentagon get blown up.
Right.
Okay. Now, let me tell you something, and this is the great mystery. If a plane went into the Pentagon, which I never believed a plane went into the Pentagon, I have no clue where that came from. There's not one tire track on the lawn of the Pentagon. If a plane was to crash onto the... You ever see the huge lawn in front of the Pentagon? There isn't a tire track. There isn't a... They've never found the remnant of a plane. There's no plane. Did you ever look at
my dear, why would there be a tire track?
Because the plane had to hit ground first. It supposedly slid down and hit from the base of the Pentagon.
It didn't crash into the top?
No. Not only that. When you saw what that plane did to the World Trade Center. It leveled it.
Right.
How is it that the only damage to the Pentagon was a cylinder, a round hole, that went directly through the Pentagon? I'll tell you why.
Are you saying it was hit by a missile?
It was hit by a missile.
Where'd the missile come from?
Don't know. But it is clear that we're being lied to. Now,
where'd you get this one?
Because you want to know what I've done since 9/11 for 2 years now?
What have you been doing?
I freeze frame every picture I can find of the Pentagon on my DVD player. And the injuries to the Pentagon are not consistent with an airplane hitting it.
That was damage to the Pentagon.
That's right. Well, I think of the Pentagon as a human being. There is
All good Americans do.
No one saw a plane.
Weren't there 4 planes hijacked? Yes.
Yes. And?
Where's the 3rd plane?
Don't know. And the guy who flew the plane that supposedly went into the Pentagon, they contacted the flight instructor who taught these guys how to fly. He says that guy couldn't even take off in an airplane and had no ability to steer. You're telling me he commandeered?
Take off.
No. They're saying he couldn't even steer the goddamn plane. He was so incompetent.
It didn't hit hard enough to completely destroy the Pentagon.
No. He couldn't even reach the Pentagon.
Well, actually, he was supposed to be headed toward the White House. Don't you remember that? He missed his target.
And let me tell you something. Yeah, he missed his target and accidentally hit the Pentagon. What luck.
There's a lot of stuff there.
A lot of luck. But if you look at, if you freeze frame what the building, the Pentagon building.
Show me where you freeze frame this.
Matter of fact, there's a guy who did the same thing. Go to howardstern.com. I think we have it up there. You can click on it, and you'll see all the pictures.
All right.
How could that be covered up, though? That's a major cover.
Well, he's saying the cover-up is that we were attacked by missiles, and nobody's telling us.
That's right.
Wait, but how could you say?
What?
How could you say on the news that it's a plane? And I mean, you know,
Because that's the information you're given.
You can say anything you want. They assume it's a plane.
so all the rescue workers that went there to help out, they have to be.
They were killed.
They were killed.
No, they don't know what happened. They're just like, hey, the plane hit.
Well, you could tell whether there was plane debris.
Well, look at the debris. You'll see there's no plane debris. Where's the plane? If the plane went into the Pentagon, where is it? Where's there a wing? Where's there anything?
You know what? I would have to ask you what wreckage they brought out of the World Trade Center and if they had a whole wing or this
They found
or that.
they found things. The World Trade Center you saw on videotape.
Yeah, you saw it.
That's right. That was a missile that went into the Pentagon.
All right, if you say so.
Yeah, but, you know, that's all right. Except he's voting for Bush.
My point is there's a guy who's written a book, and he says there were so many warnings about terrorists wanting to use planes to fly them into large buildings here in the United States. It's heinous that 9/11 happened.
Right.
And for the Bush administration to say they didn't know it was going to happen is absolutely ridiculous.
Right.
They just ignored what was being told to them.
Well, people are accepting it. And that's the president that's going to protect you.
That's the one they say will make you safe. That's why they're voting for him. He's the safe guy. He's going to keep us safe.
Yeah.
There were absolutely no weapons of mass destruction, and Saddam Hussein had no way of getting any. And we're mired in this war.
Yeah. All right, well, anyway, doesn't matter.
And nobody cares.
I care. I'm the only one who cares.
Well, you can't even talk about it. If you talk about it, people scream, stop talking politics.
I know.
Well, there it is
care.
right there. The Howard Stern Show dabbles into 9/11 truth back in 2004, and even Robin, and you could tell Artie was very reserved in that. Robin even talks about the warnings and the lie hop version. But Stern seems pretty adamant about, a missile hitting the Pentagon, and then that just went by the wayside by the next day. We are joined by Mark Dice of the ResistanceManifesto.com on the line. How you doing, Mark?
Good. I just wanted to throw the listeners a heads up that as of about 15 minutes ago, you can register URLs, usernames on Facebook. So you can right now, Facebook.com/Glenn Beck is available. This first come, first serve. They just enacted it. So if you register his name, everybody who searches Glenn Beck or Facebook.com/Glenn Beck is going to go to your Facebook page. Now, if you register your favorite Fox News pundits page, Sean Hannity's already taken. Barack Obama's already taken, but I do want to warn you that your page may be suspended, but I just thought it would be an interesting idea to maybe educate some of the scum and zombies that are really going to be searching for their new Facebook URLs. I just want to throw that out there for everybody.
It's true. I mean, if you can't get RushLimbaugh.com, maybe you can get Limbaugh.com or Limbaugh Radio, and you can be pretty creative with these types of things.
Yeah, and as of 15 minutes ago, they started allowing everybody to register them. So I just checked. Glenn Beck was available. Some other names that I searched were already taken, so either they had a prior agreement or they had their minions sitting there waiting. There was a screen that was counting down to the second that when it was possible for somebody to do that. So if anybody wants to snag Glenn Beck's name as a username on Facebook, you can do it. But I do want to warn you that they, of course, probably will file some sort of a claim with them. Your account may be shut down, but it might be a good way for you to grab some attention and educate some of their viewers that are going to try to hit up their Facebook page.
What do you think about Glenn Beck's latest comments that we got posted over at the Infowarrior.com right now?
Is that when he said that the scum that shot up the Holocaust Museum was a hero for the 9/11 truth?
Oh yeah,
movement?
like people are praising somebody who shot a security guard making $10.75 an hour.
Yeah, well, it's clear, and I'm glad Prison Planet posted this. And from reading on the posts, I see that this scum's voicemail is filled up. So, if you want to call Glenn Beck's producer, everyone listening, you can call the Fox News channel and then ask them to transfer you to Gresham Striegel, and they will transfer you. I don't know if they're going to transfer you anymore. I did this a few days ago, and it was posted on Prison Planet today, and some of the comments that I read show that his voicemail was full from some of the callers. So while you can't transfer through to Glenn Beck's name, his name's not in the Audix voicemail system. A couple years ago, I showed everybody how to call Sean Hannity's personal voicemail box, and then he pulled it out of the Audix system. But if you want to call Glenn Beck's producer and voice your opinion, call the Fox News channel and then ask for Gresham Striegel. The article is posted on prisonplanet.com. The phone number is posted there as well. And if you can't get through to them, I think we should fill up their viewer services voicemail box, their comment line, their story tip line with thoughts of what we think of this complete scum, Glenn Beck, trying to smear all 9/11 truth and saying that this piece of garbage that went and shot up the museum is a hero to anyone.
And that